I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's what you need to know today. First, Tennessee is preparing in case the Supreme Court rules to legalize same-sex marriage. Governor Bill Haslam says state officials are discussing how county clerks should proceed if that happens. The High Court's decision is expected by the end of the month. State Representative Joe Armstrong of Knoxville is charged with fraud. The federal government says the Democrat devised a scheme in 2006 to profit from a cigarette tax. Armstrong allegedly borrowed $250,000 to buy tax stamps at the old rate and then sold them at a profit after the tax increase went into effect. Armstrong is also accused of failing to report the more than $300,000 of income on his tax returns. Authorities are investigating what happened after a drowning in McMinn County. A body was found at the Blue Cove Hideaway near Athens Tuesday. Officials say 31-year-old Warren McLean Doherty apparently jumped off a cliff at the former quarry and never resurfaced. Hamilton County Schools didn't nominate any teachers to serve on the governor's new teachers cabinet. The cabinet gets FaceTime with Bill Haslam and the state education commissioner on a quarterly basis. More than 100 Tennessee school districts nominated educators, and 18 were chosen. Superintendent Rick Smith has not explained why Hamilton County failed to make a nomination. 2 chemical plants in the Chattanooga area faced disaster Wednesday. It started with a gas leak at the Olin plant in Bradley County. A toxic cloud of chlorine gas hung over the Hiwassee River for several hours. Emergency officials quarantined the area. Authorities say the chlorine didn't actually spill into the river and eventually dissipated. Later, a fire broke out at NA Industries near Amnicola Highway in Chattanooga. 3 firefighters were taken to Erlanger Hospital, treated and released. In both incidents, no employees were injured. A Middle Tennessee dad is arrested after the death of his 7-month-old daughter. James M. Green lives in Spencer. The TBI says the child was found not breathing after sleeping in a bed with her father. Green is charged with aggravated child neglect. An East Tennessee plant is expanding and adding dozens of jobs. Carlex Glass Company makes automobile windows at a factory in Monroe County. The expansion is expected to be complete next year. The Brainerd levee is getting a major upgrade. Workers are raising a 700-foot section of the levee near Eastgate Town Center. Officials say that part is at flood level, but since Hurricane Katrina, FEMA requires levees to be 4 feet above flood level. Work should be done by the end of July. Finally, Hamilton County Commissioners have voted to take their discretionary spending money back. Mayor Jim Coppinger removed the funds from next year's budget, saying there's no revenue to support it. But moments before passing the budget, commissioners pulled the $900,000 from the county's rainy day fund. Now each commissioner will continue to get $100,000 for pet projects. The money has long been criticized as political pork spending. Turning to weather, today will be sunny with a chance of storms this evening and a high near 94 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 73. That's it for today's news. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.